Today's going to be pretty short and sweet. What we have is our fifth volume context problem and our last context problem like this. Our next context problem is going to be about composite shapes, which are very similar to regular rectangular prisms. However, they're stacked. But we're not there yet, so let's focus in on today's lesson. Today's lesson is a context problem that can be found on a previous year's state test. It's an open-ended problem, so you're going to need to create a math proof for this. Remember, you need all 4 steps for that. You need to show all of your work. The context problem reads like this. A company puts bottles of lotion into boxes that are 3-inch cubes. The boxes were then packed into a shipping crate shown below. Here is your shipping crate. You can see the shipping crate measures 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, and the smaller boxes measure 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. How many boxes of lotion were packed into the shipping crate to fill it completely? Now, what I want you to pay attention to while you're doing this today is the fact that one of the measurements, the large shipping container, is in feet, and one of the measurements for the smaller boxes are in inches. So think about what you know about inches and feet and how we compare those. And this is going to lead really nicely into our next measurement unit and shapes. So keep that on your mind while you're doing today's problem. There's nothing past this for today other than an exit ticket. So the next slide we're going to go to is the exit ticket. So what I want you to do is pause the video right now. Make sure you go and complete your math proof and then your exit ticket. Your exit ticket reads like this. Which phrase best describes a figure with the dimensions of 2 units by 2 units by 4 units and a volume of 16 cubic units? So think about those measurements carefully. It might even help you to draw a model for yourself. Here are your options, so think carefully. Remember, you're going to write your option as your answer in the document that you did your context problem in. And please write out the full answer. Do not just write the letter. Also, please label it exit ticket at the bottom of the page so I'm able to identify which is the exit ticket and which is the context problem. If you need help with that, as always, reach out. So I'm going to start reading that again in case you got lost. Which phrase best describes a figure with the dimensions of 2 units by 2 units by 4 units and a volume of 16 cubic units? A solid figure that can be filled with 16 cubes that each measure 1 cubic unit. B, a solid figure that can be filled with 1 cube that measures 16 units on each edge. C, a solid figure that can be covered with 16 squares that each measure 1 square unit. Or D, a solid figure that can be covered with 1 square that measures 16 units on each edge. Think about that carefully. Again, as I said, I think it helps to draw a model and think about what we already know about volume. Think about the dimensions that you know about volume and how we measure for volume. And that's it for today's lesson, friends. Make sure you go in and fill out your context problem fully. See you next time.